Bonjour à toutes et à tous et bienvenue à Learn French with Likiza. C'est toujours un plaisir de renouer avec vous. In today's lesson, we are going to learn how to talk about our friends in French. Parler de nos amis en français. But before I begin, please help me to get to 1,000 subscribers by hitting that subscribe button. Merci mille fois. I'm going to read out someone's description of their friend. Listen well. Écoutez bien. Ma meilleure amie s'appelle Patricia. Nous nous sommes rencontrés à la maternelle et nous sommes amis depuis. Patricia a 36 ans et j'ai le même âge qu'elle. Elle est avocate et mère de 2 enfants. J'étais demoiselle d'honneur à son mariage et elle était aussi au mien. Je suis la marraine d'une de ses filles. Patricia habite à environ 700 km de chez moi. Il est donc difficile de se voir souvent. Cependant, nous essayons toujours de nous rendre visite au moins une fois par an et nous nous parlons régulièrement au téléphone. L'année dernière, ma famille a passé Noël avec la famille de Patricia. Now, we are going to break down this description. The first line reads, Ma meilleure amie s'appelle Patricia. My best friend is called Patricia. Ma meilleure amie is used when you're talking about a female friend. And mon meilleur ami is used when you're talking about a male friend. And here we are giving the introduction of the person. If you wanted to talk about a male friend, you would say, Mon meilleur ami s'appelle Paul. My best friend is called Paul. Now that we have known the friend's name, let's move on to sentence 2. Nous nous sommes rencontrés à la maternelle et nous sommes amis depuis. We met in nursery school and we have been friends since. In this sentence, there are 2 verbs which have been used. Se rencontrer, which means to meet each other, and être, which means to be. Now, when it comes to pronominal verbs such as se rencontrer, in the past tense, the auxiliary verb that is used is être, and the past participle must agree in gender and number with the subject. Now, let us look at the second part of the sentence. Nous sommes amis depuis. Here, the preposition of time, depuis, is used to indicate that they first met when they were in nursery school and they have been friends up to date. Then you will notice that the verb être, to be, is conjugated in the present tense as is frequent when you are using the preposition of time, depuis. Other ways to talk about how you first met with your friend are as follows. On s'est rencontrés à la fac. We first met in college. And here we are using the more casual on to mean we. So rencontrer is conjugated in the past tense in third person singular, which corresponds to on. Nous avons grandi ensemble. We grew up together. And here, the past tense of the verb grandir is used to mean grew up. You can also say, on s'est rencontrés grâce à un ami commun. Or, on s'est rencontrés grâce à une amie commune. We met thanks to a mutual friend. You can also say, nous nous sommes rencontrés grâce à un ami commun Or, nous nous sommes rencontrés grâce à une amie commune. We met thanks to a mutual friend. It's still okay. And please do not let nous and on confuse you. Both of them mean we. The difference is that nous and its corresponding verbs are conjugated in first person plural, while on and its corresponding verbs are conjugated in third person singular. Nous is the more formal form of we, while on is the more casual form of we, and you're likely to hear it in spoken French. Sentence 3 is Patricien a 36 ans et j'ai le même âge qu'elle. Patricia is 36 years old and I am the same age as her. Here, the age of the friend is in focus. Pay attention to the second part of the sentence. J'ai le même âge qu'elle. I am the same age as her. If you are talking about a male friend, you will say, J'ai le même âge que lui. I am the same age as him. Other ways to talk about the age of your friend in French are as follows. Elle a un an de moins que moi. Or, il a un an de moins que moi. She is a year younger than me, or he is a year younger than me. Elle a un an de plus que moi, or il a un an de plus que moi. She is a year older than me, or he is a year older than me. And here you get to hear the S in plus pronounced because we are talking about more. We move on to sentence 4. Elle est avocate et mère de 2 enfants. She is a lawyer and a mother of 2 children. Here, Patricia is described further by what she does for a living and how many children she has. Please remember that when you are talking about professions in French, you do not include articles. That is why we say elle est avocate and not elle est une avocate. In sentence 5 and 6, we get to see the experiences these 2 friends have had to illustrate how close they are, as follows. J'étais demoiselle d'honneur à son mariage et elle était aussi au mien. Je suis la marraine d'une de ses filles. I was a bridesmaid at her wedding and she was also a bridesmaid at mine. I am the godmother of one of her daughters. In these 2 sentences, we have vocabulary of interest. We have la demoiselle d'honneur to mean bridesmaid, le mariage to mean wedding, and la marraine to mean godmother. In the last part of the first sentence, we have a possessive pronoun, mien, which means mine, and is used to replace le mariage. And this is a separate topic that I will get to in the coming months, so look out for that. Sentence 7, 8, and 9 talks about the distance between the 2 friends, how often they meet and communicate. We learned that Patricia lives about 700 kilometers from her friend. As a result, they don't get to see each other frequently. However, they try to visit each other at least once every year and talk regularly on the phone. And the French expression used to mean at least once every year is au moins une fois par an. You will also see se parler used in the part where it says nous nous parlons régulièrement au téléphone. We talk to each other regularly on the phone. So parler means to talk to each other, but parler by itself means to talk. You will also see se voir somewhere, which means to see each other. But voir by itself means to see. And finally, the last sentence. L'année dernière, ma famille a passé Noël avec la famille de Patricien. Last year, my family spent Christmas with the family of Patricia, or with Patricia's family. And here we get to see the activity or activities that the two friends engage in. Passer in this case means to spend. Now there are many ways to talk about our friends in French because experiences are different. What this lesson does is to give you pointers on how to do it. And the pointers are as follows.
Nom de votre ami. Comment vous êtes devenus amis au début? L'âge de votre ami si nécessaire. Ce qu'il ou qu'elle fait pour gagner sa vie. Vos expériences partagées. À quelle fréquence vous rencontrez-vous? Quelles activités pratiquez-vous lorsque vous vous rencontrez?
And that is the end of our lesson today. You can tell me in comments briefly in French about your best friend. And if you enjoyed this lesson, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. You can also check out my pinned comment on the various ways in which you can support me and my work and on how to join a French class with me. À très bientôt!